Welcome back everyone, I'm Ray, and today we are going to continue Elysian Realm, Remembrance Vessels, Aponia, part 2 basically. So, at this point I haven't read your comments yet, so maybe I would be less confused about her if I would have waited. But I don't want to wait, so let's get comfy and let's go and just hope that I will get more information about her.
そういえば、まだ質問していなかったね。メイ、あなたは自分の未来に好奇心を抱く？
I think just because it's Aponia, I would say no.
もし、自身の運命を記録した本が目の前にあったら。
Okay, but if she asks like that,
それを開く？
would you do it? Oh, I think I would actually. I would be way too... The thing is, I'm always way too curious. And I don't think I could just let it go. I think I would be just too curious. But also, that's probably because I personally just don't believe that even if it's written in a book, it will come true, but more like, oh, this is what could happen. So that's probably why I would definitely look at it. Anyway, May, what's your answer? Okay. Fair. I know what I'm supposed to do and I will make it happen. I don't need a book to remind me. She's so cool. And of course she's right, but like I said, for me it wouldn't be like, oh, it's written in stone. It's literally a book. It could rewrite itself, you know? That's probably, yeah.
そう。確かに、以前、私は相手の運命が記されている本をたくさんプレゼントした。
Maybe she shouldn't always do
ごくわずかな
that.
人たちがそれを貴重な贈り物だと感じてくれたようだけど、ほとんどの人は
Yeah, like, I can see that probably more people would not want to see it. I mean, probably especially in that world and from Aponia and stuff, because if Aponia would try to give me that, I would be like, maybe not. I thought none of them would like it. I mean, some might.
結果を気にしない人は多少いる。
Probably me.
あなたにも似たような気配がある。 なぜなら、その本は彼らに大事な分岐点を教えた。まだ数十年の寿命があると知ったら、翌日に危険な任務があっても心配しないでしょう。
That's actually kind of a good point. Oh no, don't make me more curious about that, Aponia. I have reservations about it.
あなたは最初から疑いを抱いているから、それも自然だと思う。
Has been, and she will probably stay like that for a while longer.
けど、結果を知ったとしても、勝手気ままに振る舞わない方がいい。私の贈り物をもらって、死の心配がなくなった結果、任務で油断して、最終的に数十年間も体が不自由になった人もいたから。
That's why I think, and I mean, I don't know if she just gave it to everyone she wanted to give it to, or if she gave people a choice or not. But if it's their own choice that they want to know, then they have to live with the consequences of that. But if she chose to give it to them or tell them or whatever, then it's really unfair. Like, that's kind of my point of view. Like, even if it comes from a good place from her, I don't think it's fair. This reminds me of something. You once said that the ability to see into the future is a heavy load and potentially an unbearable pain. It's unusual for you to tell others of their fate so hastily. Yeah. So, when did she? You didn't only give these books to the people you hated, did you? Oh. Okay.
まさか、他人に苦痛を与えることを私がするはずがないでしょ。
Her her whole character is just a whole lot of, oh no, I love people. I would never try to harm anyone. But also the gift I give people for reasons tortures them. I don't know. I mean, oh, she's so hard to read. Maybe it's really just my problem because she is so far away from my own thought process, I think, that I just can't follow. But that's why I have you.
私を信じてください。それは優しい教育。
And there she lost me again
そ
because
れだけだから。
the second she doesn't give me a choice, I'm against it. Schooling gently. Sure. I will not believe it. Ooh, literally the Book of Fate. Why does the design look more like Kevin though? No? Just me? Rumors. Right. Ooh. About Aponia? Just remember one thing. She's dangerous. Don't get mixed up with her. It's too late for that. You should have told us at the very... I think some characters told us, actually. Otherwise, well, you saw how things ended up for those guys, right? Ended up? How did things end up? They look perfectly fine to me. Then you haven't realized the true horror of Aponia. Do you know what their mission was before they came here? I remember they were looking after a metamorphed kid, and I think she was called Grisio? More like guarding than looking after. I don't know what they did to Grisio, but it sounds like big trouble if they had to seek Aponia's help. Trust me, it was a terrible decision. What did they do? What happened? The thing is, Grisio's story kind of stopped at the point where she lost her memories, basically, where she got the surgery. And here I learn way more about what happened after that, but also I don't learn a whole lot. Like, could she not control it, maybe? And Aponia was the one who kind of helped with that? Is that why Grisio's picture is literally a bird in a cage? Is that also part of it? I don't know. Why? I don't know what exactly happened either, but the result was chilling. I heard that every time they saw Grisio, they'd kneel down and beg for forgiveness. That's right, kneeling, begging, weeping, on and on until Grisio motioned for them to get up. That's probably because Aponia threatened them, right? If Aponia is protecting Grisio for whatever reason, then that's probably it. Or it's literally something with her power, but I don't know. How dramatic. It gets worse. Apparently, just after completing treatment for Grisio, she calmly asked them, softly even, who it was that had done this to her. Protective? Okay. Of course, they dared not say a word, but Aponia knew all along what was going on. Even so, she wasn't angry and would even smile, but her eyes gradually became bright red, staring at them. She coldly said, I'm afraid only the guilty guard their secrets like this. Who knows if all these things you've done to her will give you nightmares? What did they do to her? Can you even imagine what you'll do when vengeance is visited upon each of you? Oh, cowards. Does revenge have to be exacted right before you, for you to tremble at your own hypocrisy? She's scary, but like this, she kinda hot. Like the way she's with May and everything. I don't want to say I don't like her. I think the right way to put it would be I would not get along with her. At all. But here, like this, that's a different side of her, and I like that side more because in a way her getting angry, even if it's just slightly, shows more about her character than her saying everything so matter of fact. I think that's what's kind of off. Isn't that shocking? I sure am shocked by your interpretation. Are you sure she really said all that? Hang on. What's that you're holding? An introduction to one-act playwriting? So that's not what happened. At least not exactly. No. But she was probably protective of Grisio. And does she mean what the guards did to Grisio? Or does she mean what they as an organization did to Grisio, meaning the surgery. I thought the surgery, but also I kind of need to know what happened to Grisio after the surgery. From what I know, you weren't actively engaged in anti-Honkai warfare.
戦場に行くことを指しているのなら、確かに得意ではないよ。
Mm-hmm.
せ、
Sorry. Like Sue?
ええ。スー。彼は無意の道徳に反対し、精神感知型として地球にいながら終焉との戦いに参加した。
So he stayed on Earth, but the thing is, what did he do there? Like, what was his task on Earth? I just want to know more details about everything.
私のように考えに考えて、
Oh,
どう死に場所を得るかを考えていなかった。
because she already lost Ellie at that point, or just because of everything?
しかし、崩壊を目の前にして、
Hmm.
本当の意味で局外に立てる人間はいない。
But didn't she actually not?
私はただ違う道に進んだだけだ。
Like, what does she mean? Because I thought she literally kind of became the Elysian realm, so technically she stayed away from Honkai, no? And is she technically dead or alive? What is she? Looking after the weak, right? Oh. The answer was a sigh.
それもその場限りのことでしかない。
Hmm.
弱者を解放する。その行為の本当の意味は、
Oh gosh.
私が正しい方法を見つけるまで
I
でき
see.
る。
Impossible. The best cure in the world can't cure regrets.
だから私が唯一己の能力を乱用する状況になった。
Really?
一部の人が結末を迎えるとき、私は彼らの一生分の苦痛を抹消する。
I mean, that
完
is
璧な
kind
人
of
生だった
good.
と彼らにそう感じてもらえるように。
I mean, in that way, she would kind of just delete regrets, huh? I mean, if they're dying anyway, that's... I cannot say anything against that. But this perfection was a lie. I mean, does it matter if you're dying anyway? Is that controversial? Like, I think if you're dying anyway, you might as well die thinking your life was good, no? I mean, you will never know that it's a lie anyway. I don't know.
事実上、記憶は唯一所持できるものだよ、メイ。他人のものでも自分のものでも。もしメイにそういう意志があるなら、私はあなたをどんな存在にでも変えられる。
No, thank you.
何せすべての人の記憶の中であなたがそれを成し遂げたのなら、事実そのものになるから。
True. Oh, the thing is, in the current era, that doesn't... Like, I don't think many people would even consider that, probably. But in the previous era, things were a lot more dire there, at least, you know, at some point. So I think more people would consider this then. Like, generally, kind of maybe asking her to use her power or anything like that. No need. I find it meaningless.
私もそう思う。
Ooh.
でもメイ、この世にいるほとんどの人たちが望むことは、あなたの想像よりもずっと少ないの。
He's not wrong. Not all people want to do great things, and that's perfectly fine. Like, just wanting to live a normal life or a good or happy life is completely fine. But for May, of course, she has high goals. So Aponia, like, sometimes she is just so really, really human. So normal in some things, or just so matter of fact that it's just how it is. And other times, I just cannot understand. So that's... she's fascinating.
彼らは世界の真理を求めない。 自分自身が何かを変えられるわけがないと知っている。彼らはただ死ぬ瞬間に誰かに抱きしめられたいだけ。変化に関しては私も同じように無力だけど、少なくとも私にはそういう些細な願いを叶えてあげられる力がある。
This I like. This I do like. I just really don't like if she changes like literal actions or life choices of people, or literally forces me to do what she wants. That I really hate. But like this part, I think is completely fair. And yeah, before the fall, oh gosh. Is this what you meant by a little side effect? An inky darkness diffused in the culture fluid, exuding a menacing air. This strange creature was not of this world, or perhaps something demonic. For now its eyes were tightly closed, as though in hibernation, which is why they were able to casually chat about the situation at hand. Wait, is this a continuation of... Is it about Grisio? But also something demonic could be going back to Cosma or Kalpas. You know the answer to that, Aponia. You are the same as he is. You ought to know how this has happened. Oh. It's literally Cosma or Kalpas. I'm thinking more Kalpas though, because I don't think Cosma was mentioned yet here. But that's also why it could be him. That's right. The same. Aponia still remembered what this average boy had looked like before turning into a shadow. But then he was engulfed by the latent powers within him, causing him to become no different a monster than the Honkai he just slain. The only difference was that his body was still moving with each passing breath. He's still special, even by Mantis standards. I'm grateful to him for that. Is he just a specimen to you? It has to be Cosma. The green-haired girl did not answer, and instead stared at the dial next to the... Yep, yeah, it is Cosma. Oh gosh, oh no. Wait, the same as Aponia though? What does that mean? The same kind of maybe Honkai reaction or the same kind of monster? I mean, Honkai used for the surgery? Same side effect? Same power? Instead stared at the dial next to the transparent cabin as she silently jotted down notes. Don't look at me like that, Aponia. Our perception of him won't change his status quo. On the contrary, the only one who could possibly help him is me. So you don't need to discuss abstract things like good and evil with me. Productivity is what matters most in the laboratory. Can you reverse his mutations? Of course, but there's an absolutely necessary precondition before I finish my work. Please, discipline him. I see. But what if discipline can't save him? Unfortunately, were that to happen, I'd have no other solution, at least for now. The mutation will gradually eat away at his body and mind, making him less and less human. And he'll get worse with every Honkai devour. Okay, it's definitely Cosma. I want to know more details about all of the disciplines for everyone too. What an incredibly bleak outcome. That's what I wanted to remind you of. Discipline can certainly help him take the first step. But if he ultimately decides to return to the abyss, then discipline will doom him forever. That's not a decision I can make. Once he lets go, it's hard to get him back to normal. He'll realize how easy it is to break free. As easy as taking a step forward. Before him is only a cliff. Even if he steps back, would he be any better? Curb his thirst for Honkai energy and let his sanity wither away, or lose all sense of self as he's devoured by the Honkai energy within. What will he do? Let's wait and see. I mean, we know it. I mean, at least he turned out okay, but gosh, just the way they talk about him, and Mobius literally saying he's a specimen and everything. Oh, that breaks my heart so bad. It's so bad. Cosma and Grisio and Felice too. I mean, everyone deserved better, but like, especially everyone who basically were not in a position of power. Like, no doctor, no scientist, no leader. Like, everyone besides that, I just feel so bad for them. Obviously for the others too, but just the most for them. Gosh, they were also so sweet and innocent at one time in their life. And then Honkai happened, and the surgery happened, and that's just... You said you tried many ways to change the end. Aponia, can you give me some examples?
ええ、どういうタイプの話が聞きたい？
What are there?
長い間期待を寄せられ、全力を注いだもの？それとも窮地に陥った絶望に満ちたわがままなもがき？
It doesn't matter.
では、後者はまた
Oh
後の
gosh.
機会にしましょう。あなたの誤解を深めたくはない。
Okay.
私自身
I'm afraid.
自覚はないけど、あの頃の私はあまりにも極端で、残酷さすら感じると多くの人たちがそう思っていたから。
I would just wish that she would give May, like, again, the choice to see for herself, or like literally tell her matter of fact what happened, and then that May choose how she views it. Because just telling me this is kind of manipulating, because she is like, oh yeah, many believed. Me not. I didn't. I really did not feel that way. That I was too cruel and extreme. But I didn't believe so, so you shouldn't believe. Like, that's how this kind of sounds. I don't know if she's doing all of this on purpose, but sometimes she is just subtlety, very subtle, manipulative. I don't know what to do with that.
前者に関しては同じようにはっきりしない。最初、私も原因を変えることで結果に影響を与えようとした。
I know a thing or two, but according to you, you weren't so keen on following your vision.
スーとはこの話をしたことがある。結末が変えられないのは歴史の過程による法則。
Oof.
一度あることは二度ある。人類はそれを繰り返すと彼は考えていた。
That doesn't look good for us. If they even put it here, history is doomed to repeat itself. I mean, through a post-Honkai Odyssey, we know though that at least some things changed dramatically, so maybe even Aponia is wrong. And Sue in that regard, who knows?
当時の私は彼を否定する根拠がなかった。だから私は人類自身を試すことにした。
Wait, I only now get it. Like, her whole thing, like, with her design is butterflies. I just now thought of the butterfly effect because she was literally trying to do stuff and then it changed stuff, but she couldn't change the outcome. So it's kind of like almost comedic that I have to think now about butterfly effect because in the end she couldn't change things. Like, you know, she could change the path that would change, but not the ending, so it's not really a real butterfly effect. I mean, I don't know the specifics about like how you define butterfly effect, but I just know it as in one small thing changes and everything after that changes too because of that one change. So that's it's such a good idea though. Then you'd have to change every human, which seemed... Wait, you said you disciplined for another purpose. Is this it? Oh.
ええ。だけど、その試す行為も最後は失敗に終わった。その後、私が試した他の方法はただのもがきとしか言えないかもしれない。
Do I literally just have to believe that everyone's fate in this freaking universe is already written? Do I have to believe that?
やはり、その話はやめましょう。 本意ではないけど、私は多くの人を傷つけた。
See, and now I feel bad again. You crave change, but demand me to follow a set path?
悲しませるかもしれないけど、メイ、あなたも私が介抱したい弱者なの。
Wow. Huh. Fascinating. Why? How does she decide who she sees as weak and who she doesn't?
私は試した。けど、何も変えられなかった。それでも、私はできるだけ、あなたの結末を円満なものにしたい。
How does she mean that? Or was I supposed to read that before May went into the deep and we had the whole fight? Was that supposed to be before that and she was talking about that meeting? Because how would she now try to give May a happy ending? She's still stuck in the realm, no? I mean, maybe she isn't. I don't know. Awakening! Aponia, do you admit your guilt? Even if it's all for naught, I can't just sit here waiting to die, she thought to herself. Instead, she said aloud, I plead guilty. I am trying to steal the memories of those who know about the moths, as Vilvi says, without then filling the void left by the missing memories? What? Oh, is that when she was first brought in? We've only reached this point through gaining knowledge we shouldn't have, she thought to herself. Instead, she said aloud, I plead guilty. Ah. Have you used your abilities to fabricate the thinking of an ordinary girl into another Elysia? What? Wait, what's that sentence? Have you used your abilities to fabricate the thinking of an ordinary girl into another Elysia? This is not at the beginning when she joined. This is probably after Elysia died. Maybe? Or, I mean, maybe not died, but like at least at the point where they already knew each other. She wanted to try and fabricate basically another Elysia while manipulating or with manipulating the thinking or memories of an ordinary girl. Am I reading that? Is it... What? Okay. It was her own request, and we all could use more hope, she thought to herself. Instead, she said aloud, I plead guilty. Did you try to force the thoughts of 600 staff at this site into one single body? And have you caused nearly 40 incidents of vicious malice? What the heck? And also, what was it, the girl's own request or Ellie's? That just sounds cruel. Thoughts of 600 people into one single body. Like, that's too much. Obviously. Why did she... Huh? I want to know why she did all of that. Okay. They were all so close to death. I just wanted them to live. Oh, she is really weird. Okay, she wanted to save them, but that's not the way. Like, sometimes with those things, she seems in a weird way naive. Like, she has too much power for her way of thinking. Like, she was like, oh, I wanted to save them. But then she did some... I don't know if it's just me, but trying to force the thoughts of 600 people into one body sounds freaking cruel for that one person. Instead, she said aloud, I plead guilty. What? Did you copy the personality of the 8th Herrscher? Wait, let me check my list. I can't believe that Sentience. Did you copy the personality of the Herrscher of Sentience? I don't know what to do anymore, she thought. That's not helping me. Now that doesn't give me any insight. Instead, she said aloud, I plead guilty. Are you willing to accept your punishment for the aforementioned 410 crimes? Aponia. If I wasn't, who else could? She thought. Instead, she said aloud, I plead guilty. I don't know if they want me to feel bad for her, but I don't. Like, okay, no, that's not quite true. I feel bad for her, but not as much as they maybe want to. Like, what? Like, the thing is, it doesn't matter what she thinks or if she wanted to do something good. But, like, especially with this one, if there were more like that, and more like that, and 410 of those crimes, that's a lot. And, like, the thing is, if she would have done, like, 4 things, let's say 4, I would say, okay, but then she stopped and learned from it, right? Right? But 410? By the way, that doesn't make me hate her or anything. I'm just like, okay. She's another one of those kind of irredeemable characters, right? I mean, I would think so. The judges began to whisper and finally reached a consenting verdict. I mean, maybe they are just also kind of blaming her in a way, but the thing is, once she's not explaining anything, that's just making me go crazy. She just doesn't explain anything, not even here. Reached a consenting verdict. They decided to drop the gavel and execute her. What? It was at this time that an unspeakable terror enshrouded them all, leaving them feeling peculiar. Why is that woman standing high up in the light while I sit down here shackled in the darkness? Thank you, everyone, for sorting out my failures on my behalf. I'm tired. I'm not tired. I read that already. I'm scared. She spoke the same as before, except a little more tired. But she looked ashen, despairing, and lifeless. She had tried almost everything, but she could see the strings of fate had not budged. So she did all of these crimes while she was trying to change fate for either one specific person or multiple person. I can see how she's dead, like, fallen into despair, but oh my god. She's literally the embodiment for wanting to do good but doing terrible things on the way. Humanity is still going to be annihilated. Oh, it was that string of fate. Ah, that is... Now it makes more sense why she committed so many things, but also... You also helped me to realize I haven't done enough. I want to continue on. I don't know if my actions are right or wrong, nor whether I will fail or succeed. All I can be sure of is that there is no human who can stop me. That's enough. She stood up and left. The judges began to tremble, trying to remember. Was it before this trial or at some other time that they thought they could pass ruling while locked within this prison? Gosh! She is terrifying. Her power is terrifying. The thing is, in a way, in some way, I don't care that she wanted to basically save humanity if she, while doing that, also destroyed lives. Individual lives. But on the other hand, I can understand why she tries to do it that hard. Because she said it herself, she never wanted to believe that it can't be changed. She was the one who wanted to change it the most. She said that herself while talking to me, I think. So it's understandable that she was just full of despair and just like, I'm gonna do whatever. Whatever, I'm just going on and continuing. Like, it makes sense. But oh my gosh. Another completely grey character. I love it. I really kind of love that.
Mei.
Hi.
こちらにおいで.
Yeah, sure. Please, at least don't say kudasai anymore. I'm literally, like, if I read that one more time, anywhere, or hear that, What is it?
怖がっている小動物みたいな顔だ。では、そばに来てください。
Oh, I would like to end it just here. That is so mean. I just said don't. It's so unnecessary to do that every time. Oh, that is the one thing that ticks me off. Just leave me my free will. God damn it. Didn't you say you won't do it again?
あなたがそれを受け入れることは決まっていたから。私は余計な間を取り除いただけ。
No.
さあ、手を出してください。
Okay, I really need to hear your opinion on this. Because I feel like maybe I just take it personally. I really want to know if I'm overreacting or not, but I feel like that's going too far, like doing that over and over and over again. Like in the story or at the start of the Remembrance vessel, I'm like, okay, there's room for improvement though, because she could just not do it when we talked to her for the last time or for the last few times. But no, she started again. I mean, even if she wants to give us a ring, okay? Like, that's the thing. She wants to do something good. She wants to give us a gift. But forces us to do what she wants. That... Her character is so intricate. Oh my... I think we need a book on Aponia. Where is Aponia for Dummies? Ellie, where did you put that? Soon, a cold sensation wrapped around May's finger. Now I have to take a look at every splash art for her, or not splash art, but like character art, and see if she wears a ring. I kind of don't believe it. Maybe at a post Honkai, I don't know. Wait, I'm stupid. She can't take the ring outside. It doesn't okay, never mind. What's this?
一つの象徴。
Okay, I can't see that.
私が戒律を手に入れたばかりの頃、この能力を使うたびに相手にこういう指輪を送ってきた。その上には与えた戒律が刻んである。
Why does every second thing she says really sounds like she's from a cult, in a cult, the leader of a cult, the oracle of a cult or something? Even her orphanage kind of sometimes sounds like that. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. What's the point of doing this?
私は形を大事にしているから。
Oh, okay.
どの戒律も己の身に与える印であり、自分を思い出させるためのマークでもある。私でも面倒になることがあった。
I agree. What about this one? Is a discipline engraved on it?
いいえ、メイ、
Good.
あなたには本当の戒律を与えるつもりはない。現実で生き続けなければならない相手にとってよくはない行為だから。
In the whole time we heard stuff from her, this is the one time that I'm kind of relieved.
この指輪に関しては、私が自分に戒律を与えた時に作ったもの。あの時の束縛は、今、あなたに対する祝福でもあるから。
I can't refuse, can I? No, she would make you take it, definitely.
メイがその気なら、試してみるといい。脅しではないよ。本当にそう思っているから。
I mean, I believe that she says we could try. But she would then still just say, please, take it. Fine. Can I offer you a suggestion, Aponia?
何？
Maybe there was no such tradition in your era, but next time you give someone a ring, don't wear it on this finger. Oh. Huh. Maybe it had something to do with Ellie as well, I don't know. Or maybe it's really... It seemed too important to just be there at the end though. Kaiju. Am I mixing stuff up or aren't kaijus big monsters? Maybe not. I'm not too sure. Did the moths forgive you for what you did to Sue then? To Sue? A vast number of dormant cabins spread out before them like a subterranean sea of silver, reminiscent of the planet's origins. Back then, life was born out of the ocean. Oh, after all, this is our final hope. But it's incredible to discuss all of this with you. You're okay, right? How does it feel to be unable to see destiny now? Is it Ellie? It's definitely Ellie. Confusing. I still have no idea how Elysia did this, but somehow she managed. What? Oh, that's not important. Overall, it's for the best, right? But Vilvi, is it that Elysia denied destiny or that I've been blinded? Nobody seems to know. I don't want to lie to myself. That's why I've come here. So Ellie somehow made Aponia unable to see destiny. At some point. But every destiny or just some destiny? What the heck? What can Ellie do? I need to know more so bad. But Vilvi... Oh no, that's why I've come here, yes. Here? I'm afraid you've got the wrong person. Aponia, this isn't where the future is predicted, but where it's created. It's nothing to do with this place, Vilvi. Even though the Elysian realm now belongs to Möbius, its machinery was still built by your hand. Oh! Standing at the guardrail, the girl turned slightly and made a simple gesture. The idea I raised before is my final request. I know that anything you create has some slack built into it. This is when she decided to become it, huh? And I also love that we learned that from Vilvi. Aponia, this is suicide. I must have an answer. Compared to this, life is trivial. Since the world can't give me what I need, then I can only become a world unto myself. Ooh, that's fascinating. But now I have to look up kaiju. I did remember correct, kaijus are those really, really big monsters, but literally it means mysterious beast. Ah, I just wonder if that's referring to Aponia or what she's doing, or more to the Elysian realm, because if she's part of it or if she is basically Elysian realm, then that's also kind of a living being, meaning a mysterious beast, maybe? I don't know if that's what it stands for, but that is fascinating! Oh my god, this is all so exciting though. Like everything about it. And also now I'm wondering, this must be maybe after Ellie turned into a Herrscher and before the final Herrscher. So could that mean that Ellie, while she was a Herrscher, did something to Aponia, and that's also why they said something like, I still have no idea how Elysia did this, but somehow she managed? Am I thinking too much into it? Probably. I don't care. This is freaking intense. And next time, yes, there will be a next time. Next time we are going to look at Sue and Eden. And I mean, we will see if we can do more, but I would also love to look at Kevin and Ellie. Probably first Kevin and then Ellie. I want to save Ellie for the last just because I hope she has incredible lore. So yeah, I know this is a short one today. I'm sorry. But it's just because I didn't want to mix 5 different flame chasers into one now. Actually, that's what we're going to do next time. But like, not Aponia 2. This is Aponia's part 2. Anyway, guys, we have a lot to think about, lots to talk about, and I hope I see you guys next time. Bye!